A man is afraid for the calendar. Its days are numbered. Your reaction to that statement, a groan, a slight smile, or perhaps just a weary sigh, is the key to a fascinating cognitive puzzle. To understand why this kind of joke works, we must first understand what a joke even is. At its core, humor arises from a violation. A joke sets up a narrative, a pattern, a linguistic rule, and then it breaks it. But a violation alone isn't funny. It can be confusing or threatening. For humor to emerge, the violation must also be perceived as benign or safe. This is the benign violation theory. The calendar isn't actually in danger, and the linguistic rule being broken, the dual meaning of its days are numbered, poses no real threat. It's a tiny, controlled cognitive shock inside a perfectly safe environment. Your brain registers the broken pattern, but immediately flags it as harmless, and in that space between violation and safety, laughter, or in this case, a groan, is born. That groan is not a sign of failure. In the economy of the dad joke, the groan is the intended currency. It's an involuntary broadcast, a social signal packed with information. It publicly acknowledges the joke teller's attempt, confirms the violation has been understood, and communicates a shared experience of mild suffering. Think of it as a form of nonverbal communication, like a flock of birds suddenly changing direction together. The groan synchronizes the group. It says, "I see the weak pun you just made. I recognize it as a deliberate act of non-threatening social aggression, and I am signaling my participation in this ritual." This shared, predictable response reinforces the feeling that everyone is on the same page, operating under the same unspoken social rules. It's a low-energy call and response that solidifies group identity. The predictability of a dad joke is not a flaw. It's the central mechanism. This pushes it into the realm of anti-humor. Most jokes subvert your expectations by being clever or surprising. A dad joke subverts your expectation that a joke should be clever or surprising. The punchline is often the most obvious, most groan-inducing possibility. The real joke isn't the punchline itself. The joke is the entire performance. It's the deliberate choice to tell a joke whose outcome is so transparent. The violation shifts from the content of the joke to the context of telling it. You expect a surprise, but the surprise is that there is no surprise. This meta-level subversion plays on our knowledge of joke structures, making the obviousness itself the source of the strange, weary amusement. It's a joke about jokes. Processing a genuinely witty remark requires significant mental resources. Your brain must hold the setup in working memory, access different semantic networks, identify the incongruity, and resolve it in a novel way. It's a complex cognitive workout. A dad joke, however, demands almost nothing. The pattern is familiar, the puns rely on the most common dual meanings, and the resolution is immediate. Your brain barely needs to break a sweat. This low cognitive load is comforting. In a world of overwhelming information and complexity, the dad joke is an island of cognitive ease. It's a puzzle with only two pieces, and they are handed to you already connected. Its simplicity is a feature, not a bug, providing a moment of effortless, shared understanding in a socially complex world. Every social interaction carries a degree of risk. Telling a sophisticated joke is a high-stakes gamble. If it lands, you are perceived as clever. If it fails, the result is awkward silence, a social void that can be deeply uncomfortable. The teller has misjudged the audience, and the audience feels pressure to react appropriately. The dad joke elegantly removes this risk entirely. Its success is not measured in laughter, but in the predictable communal groan. Failure is the goal. Because the expected outcome is mild theatrical annoyance, there is no pressure on the audience to perform genuine amusement. The teller risks nothing because they are aiming for the lowest possible bar. This makes it an incredibly effective tool for initiating or maintaining social interaction without the anxiety of potential failure. It is a social lubricant designed to be perfectly and safely mediocre. Your brain is a prediction engine. It constantly builds models of the world and feels a sense of satisfaction when its predictions are confirmed. This is mediated by neurotransmitters like dopamine, a small reward for guessing correctly. When you hear the setup, "What do you call a fake noodle?" your brain's predictive models immediately searching for phonetically similar words related to falsehood. The path to impasta is short and well-trodden. When the punchline lands and confirms this prediction, your brain gets a tiny hit of satisfaction. It's not the surprise that's rewarding, it's the lack of surprise. The dad joke works not by defying your expectations, but by perfectly fulfilling them, validating your brain's ability to recognize a simple pattern. It's a tiny, successful prophecy, and even that feels good. The groan is just the sound you make while your brain pats itself on the back. Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.